Father, take care of yourself. I'll be back soon. The old man decisively strides away from the house. The full moon lights his lonely path through the mountains. He approaches another imposing building under the cover of night. The silhouette enters a brightly lit doorway. The wise elder in a hat surveys the new place. Inside, several mysterious figures are already waiting for him. "Long time no see, gentlemen," greets the mighty warrior. "Indeed, old man," smirks the Fist King Yukbi. The Northern Empress Jin Solhi is surprised, and he was summoned too. The Shaolin Temple abbot Hyun silently shows respect. Baekmuryeon, head of the Fire Dragon Sect, greets the Sword Emperor. The leader of the Fire Dragon Sect asks if the old man is all right. The old man cuts off the pleasantries, stating he knew about the surveillance. He demands an immediate explanation for his summons. Baekmuryeon decides to get straight to the point, dropping formalities. Udan, Jungnan, Huashan, and other great sects have fallen. Countless warriors were destroyed by a single master. The survivors call this master the Mad Demon, obsessed with battles. The old man resolutely takes a step forward, ready to hear more. Baekmuryeon announces, "Today we will end his madness here." Suddenly, a powerful explosion of energy lights up the sky above the gathered masters. The Mad Demon chasing this mighty energy senses its source. He arrives at a familiar, now ruined place under the moonlight. The demon sees 5 leaders, realizing they were waiting for this very moment. The old man admits, "Mad Demon, that nickname was no exaggeration." Before the demon stands as if the god of death himself, radiating a terrifying aura. The old man tightly grips the sword hilt, his determination growing. The Sword Emperor draws his blade. "Only you are worth me taking up the sword again." The Mad Demon chuckles in surprise, intrigued by the old man's words. The old man unleashes a flurry of strikes on the demon, whirlwinds of energy slicing the air. "First strike of the heavenly sword!" His blade flashes, a predatory grin on his face. The Sword Emperor continues the attack, his technique dazzling and deadly. The old man's eyes burn with rage as he puts all his power into the strike. The Mad Demon's bloodied hand reaches upward. The other leaders lie defeated. The demon smirks. "Old man, take it easy. Ending it so fast is boring." Fist King Yukbi smugly remarks, "I told you all those stories about the demon are nonsense." The Mad Demon is puzzled by the master's reaction, not understanding their calmness. The old man, bleeding, smiles, "This exceeds my expectations." The Mad Demon looks at the old man in horror, sensing an unknown power emanating from him. The old man is enveloped in radiance, his body crackling as it transforms. The Mad Demon cannot believe his eyes. Am I dreaming? Baekmuryeon is also stunned. This cannot be... Could this be the legendary technique granting immortality? Immortal body technique. The old man grins ominously, his eyes blazing. Baekmuryeon realizes, so it really exists. The old man is fully healed, his body cracking as it enters a new form. "Well then, shall we have some fun?" The old man grips the sword hilt, ready to fight. The Mad Demon shouts in rage, "Old man, what are you doing?" "Stay away from him!" The demon lunges forward, warning Baekmuryeon about the old man's power. The Mad Demon smirks at Baekmuryeon. Don't worry about the old man. "I've already had my fun with him," he says, while the Sword Emperor lies at his feet. The demon scans the others. "So, who's next?" Yukbi tries to reason with Baekmuryeon. "Calm down, don't you understand, leader?" Abbot Hyun adds, "I read about this technique in ancient manuscripts. The Sword Emperor is unconscious. His praised technique has failed." Suddenly, the Mad Demon's face distorts. He senses something wrong. The old man whispers with his last strength, feeling this destructive energy. The Mad Demon panics and shouts to Yukbi, "Stop! I beg you, don't approach him!" But the Fist King roars at the demon in fury. "Impudent pup, how dare you!" The Sword Emperor shouts in rage, "I will kill you!" his body blazing with energy. The Mad Demon looks surprised. Fist King? Yukbi unleashes the explosive fist barrage, creating a powerful shockwave. The demon, with a mad grin, admits, "Yeah, I expected nothing less from you." The energy of the Fist King's strike shoots forward, destroying the building. A beam of destructive energy pierces the night sky. Yukbi focuses, the martial art of the Fist King. The aftermath of the attack is impressive, but Yukbi thinks, that was incredible, yet the Mad Demon is unharmed, holding the Fist King, who realizes this won't defeat him. Yukbi is horrified. How is this possible? My explosive fist hit him directly." Yukbi watches in horror as the demon's power only grows. The mad demon breathes heavily. I admit, Fist King, your skill is magnificent. The demon grins ominously. Then, I will properly accept your strike. Yukbi panics, sensing a new wave of energy. Wait, this power! The Fist King again unleashes the explosive fist barrage on the demon. Yukbi can hardly believe his eyes, breathing heavily. Cannot be... Baekmurian cries out, seeing the bloodied but powerful Abbot Hyun. The demon addresses the abbot. Hey, your turn hasn't come yet. Abbot Hyun, bleeding, growls. Stop being so arrogant, fool. The mad demon chuckles. Ha ha ha, coming from someone who says that. The demon mocks the abbot. Aren't you barely holding on here? Abbot Hyun, coughing blood, replies, Don't say that. I would have intervened anyway. He calls to deal with the demon first, leaving minor matters for later. The mad demon thoughtfully chuckles, assessing the situation. The demon grins, a body capable of withstanding the Fist King's art. He lunges at the abbot. Could it be indestructible? Baekmurian blocks his path. Stop fooling around. Hanyeon's ice-splitting sword. Her blade unleashes an icy attack. The abbot's face contorts in pain and cold as ice binds him. The demon is surprised. Is this the martial art of the ice palace of the Northern Sea? Baekmurian orders him to shut up. The demon shivers, admitting, what a chilling cold, it pierces to the bone. Abbot Hyun, bleeding, confirms, truly, the 5 great masters of the world. The demon looks at them. Live up to their names. Your martial arts have reached their peaks, I like that. Baekmurian replies to the demon, glad you liked it, then. Baekmurian prepares, I will show you the martial art of the Fire Dragon leader, Baekmurian. Baekmurian delivers a powerful sword strike on the frozen demon. The demon, still partially encased in ice, looks puzzled. The demon asks with a slight smirk, What? Is that all? Baekmurian declares firmly, You will be imprisoned in darkness forever. The demon breaks the ice around him and retorts, What nonsense are you spouting? The demon screams in agony as strange ribbons wrap his body. Ah! What is this? The ribbons fully bind the demon. He rages, What have you done to me? The demon, still bound, feels his strength fading. Damn, my body is weakening. Baekmurian breathes heavily, but her gaze is full of determination. The demon stands motionless like a mummy under the moonlight, the others watching. Abbot Hyun, bleeding, addresses Baekmurian. You. He continues, astonished. I have never seen such martial art in my life. What have you done? The Sword Emperor explains, This is the Blinding Blade, a treasure of the Fire Dragon Sect leaders. He grimly adds, They say those struck by this sword will spend eternity in darkness. The Sword Emperor concludes, looking at the immobilized demon. However, there are no records of its use preserved. The Sword Emperor continues, Therefore, we do not know how long it will last. Be prepared. The demon remains frozen in captivity, and now, 3,000 years have passed. He is in a futuristic chamber. In a high-tech hangar, a figure in a spacesuit watches containers being moved. Before us is a futuristic city and an orbital station, Era of Endurance, year 2600, planet GSP Zone 3. A man with a tablet introduces himself. Hello, I'm Mark from Earth's promotion team. Mark warns visitors, please be careful, some exhibits are fragile. A figure in a massive suit asks Mark, Are you part of the Vanguard? Mark replies, No, there's someone else. Mark points to a woman wearing sunglasses. That person is with me. Mark is puzzled, watching her leave. What? Where did she go alone without saying anything? The mysterious woman confidently heads toward a massive sealed door. Lena, leader of Earth's promotion team, has finally arrived on this cursed planet. Mark runs up to her excitedly, shouting, Team Leader Lena! Lena coldly asks if he came here to have fun, judging by his enthusiasm. Mark thinks they have almost a vacation before the main team arrives, to which Lena remarks on his boldness. He is surprised that Lena volunteered for the GSP team and asks what that means. Mark explains that usually Lena shudders at the mere thought of aliens. Therefore, her sudden decision to go to the gathering place of all aliens in the universe piques his curiosity. Life teems around them, species not even found on Earth. Lena urges him to stop fooling around, reminding him of the danger, but Mark is carefree. He confidently states that during the tournament, everyone is on equal footing. Lena smirks. I wonder if these guys think the same way. She continues, looking at the aliens. Judging by their smugness, Mark excitedly points at something. Heh, look here. Lena remains silent. Lena waves him off. Enough with you. Stay in the exhibition hall. Mark is puzzled. Huh? Why? Lena sarcastically says, You're brave, huh? Really want to be among these creepy aliens? Mark nervously glances at a monster. Leader, such words are dangerous even if we are equals. Lena sharply cuts him off. No, it's dangerous precisely because we are not equal. She sighs. What could a rookie like you possibly know? Mark protests. No, it's not about aliens, if anyone is disgusting. But Lena interrupts him. We have finally arrived. Lena decisively states, Here is where we will truly stand on equal ground with them. Mark is surprised. Mark recognizes the majestic building. The GSP tournament arena, right? Zone 3. A loud alien announcer greets the audience. Welcome everyone from across the universe. He continues from a huge screen. This is the greatest cosmic festival held once every 100 years. The crowd of aliens roars in anticipation. Welcome to the GSP battle tournament! Mark smirks at Lena. So the team leader came to the tournament not just for a visit? Lena seriously replies, I'm here to study the enemy's weaknesses. Mark is stunned by her words. The announcer introduces the first fighter. Participant of this match, Agni from the Ifrit civilization, ranked 972nd. Then his opponent is announced, and against him Panon from the Piglo civilization, ranked 9630th. The two fighters are ready to battle in the arena. So, who will win? Let's begin the Group B qualifying matches. Meanwhile, the action shifts to GSP Zone 3, District Z, Planet Promotion Hall. In the Planet Promotion Hall, an employee in a spacesuit finishes work, hurried by a colleague. Hey, hurry up! Passing by one of the exhibits, he notices the demon figure frozen in a display case. The colleague shouts again, What are you doing there? Hurry up! But the employee looks back, having heard something. He asks, Did you just hear that sound? While cracks appear on the stone statue of the demon. Sound? I only hear your nonsense, replies the colleague, not noticing the demon cracking further. The employee doubts. Did I hear something? But at that moment, the demon's burning red eye opens. Meanwhile, on planet GSP, 500,000 light-years from Earth, great events are brewing. Every 100 years, a battle tournament of civilizations is held here, where the winner is rumored to discover the truth of all existence. This victory promises relief from disease, hunger, and wars. And now, our proud United Earth government declares, we are officially allowed to participate. Our fighter is the strongest on Earth. We believe the finals and even the championship are within our reach. Two colossal machines prepare the arena, releasing a powerful energy charge. The announcer marvels, they truly live up to the name of the living flame race. Mark and Lena watch anxiously as the arena instantly bursts into flames. Wounded Panon breathes heavily, cursing his fiery opponent. Agni, engulfed in flames, gloats, I'll roast you to a crisp. The alien crowd goes wild, chanting Agni's name and placing bets on him. The commentator confirms, Agni's popularity is incredible, as is his strength. Panon, representative of the Piglo civilization, looks exhausted under the roar of the crowd. The fiery Ifrit fighter Agni fiercely addresses his opponent. The fire giant unleashes a devastating flame attack on his opponent. The announcer shouts, Agni's breath, capable of melting ships, bursts forth. Mark and Lena watch grimly, realizing Agni is too strong for a first-level civilization. The fire giant laughs. Did you see the power of Lord Agni, fools? Mark despairingly asks, How can we even fight such a monster? He doubts, Are we really going to look for his weaknesses? I don't think it will help. Lena thoughtfully agrees. Yes, maybe it really doesn't matter much. Mark sighs. I told you we're just wasting time. But Lena objects. No, it's not just that. She continues seriously. I'm also terrified, but I've realized something important. Lena notices a group of arrogant aliens. None of the third-level or higher aliens. Her gaze sweeps over other spectators, are focused on this match. Lena thought that a fate-changing tournament would provoke a different reaction from them. But for them, a first-level civilization is nothing, and Lena decides to use their arrogance. A desperate shout rises from the crowd. Panon, you can't lose! A small alien continues shouting, attracting Mark and Lena's attention. Mark recognizes the crying child as a member of the Piglo race. He sympathetically thinks their civilization just got unlucky with their opponent. After all, Agni is one of the strongest third-level fighters, and Panon is nowhere to be seen. Another spectator gloats, assuming Panon has already turned to ash. Mark sees a threat in this spectator and decides to warn Lena while he yells at the child. But the Piglo child boldly replies to the bully, "Don't you dare speak of Panon without knowing anything about him." The rude spectator snorts contemptuously. This kid has no manners at all, as expected from a lower race. The Piglo child retorts boldly, "You're just a little runt yourself, pup." Mark anxiously pulls Lena. "Leader, let's get out of here before we get involved in their fight." The rude alien boils with anger, crackles of energy sparking around him. "Well, little runt?" He sneers maliciously at the Piglo child. "Want me to tell you something interesting, little pig?" The Piglo child looks at him in horror as he continues, "You see, The bully's body begins to swell, looming over the frightened child. "Am considered quite ordinary on my planet." Mark panics and shouts, "Ah! Look, this is very dangerous." Lena just smirks. The thug towers over the tiny Piglo. "But even someone like me..." His face twists into a terrible grimace. "Could turn a member of your planet into a bloody mess in 10 seconds. A caption appears. "Representative of the Pixie civilization, rank 1300, engineer Mr. Pixie." Lena mockingly asks the thug, "Is bragging about your strength in front of a child so impressive?" The Pixie thug turns around stunned. "Wait, what did you say?" Lena continues, "You're ordinary on your planet? Stop posturing, it's obvious you're a loser." Mark is shocked. Pixie angrily shouts, "Are you lower civilizations high on drugs? Why do you all annoy me?" Mark stammers, Wait, I'm not with them, right?" And Lena taunts, "And what will you do if you get angry, loser?" Pixie looms over the Piglo child. "What can I do, you ask?" Mark panics, trying to pull away from Lena. Get away from me! He misunderstood everything because of you." Lena retorts, "What? You'll abandon your leader?" Lena looks resolutely at the thug, Mark horrified. "I'll show you." Suddenly a drone appears above Pixie, who screams in surprise, "What I can do?" The drone aims at the thug, a command sounds, "Stay still, Pixie." The Pixie thug shouts in rage, "Damn, why now?" Mark looks up in surprise. Lena calmly explains, "That's the arena's security drone." Lena smirks. "With such patrols, what can it even do in the stadium?" The drone addresses Lena, looming over the frightened Pixie. "Did this Pixie harm you?" Lena slyly smiles, repeating, "Harm." She replies to the drone, "Well, no direct harm, but this idiot suddenly started bragging about his muscles. Maybe he's drunk?" Lena continues with feigned distress. "Because of that, I was so upset I lost my appetite, but it's okay." The drone asks Pixie, "Bragging about muscles? Is that true?" Lena taunts Pixie, "You were just showing off your power to us, a first-level civilization, right? Why not show the same to the patrol?" Pixie grits his teeth in anger. "That bitch! How dare she!" Mark whispers to Lena in panic, "What are you doing? He's so angry his eyes will pop out." And Lena thinks, before he harms anyone, the truth will help him leave without consequences. Mark is confused and Lena explains, "I'm saying this is my way of punishing him." Mark pleads, "Then just let him go, stop provoking him." The drone addresses Pixie. "Did you really want to brag about those useless muscles, Pixie?" Pixie with a creepy smile replies, "Yes, that's right. I wanted to brag." The drone shocks Pixie, who flies into the air. "So I didn't do anything wrong, right?" Pixie runs away shouting, "We'll meet again, pests." Mark thinks with relief, "Meet again? Don't even show up in my dreams." Mark asks Lena if she expected this outcome. She confidently answers, "Of course." Lena smirks. "Do you think I'm crazy enough to recklessly mess with such a monster?" Mark admits, "I thought I had developed alien phobia again." Someone cautiously tugs Mark's clothes. "Excuse me." Little Piglo thanks Mark for his recent help. Lena asks contemptuously, "Help? Who helped whom?" She rudely brushes off the little one, who recoils in fear. Mark thinks Lena seems to have just snapped. Mark tries to shoo Piglo away. "Heard the angry lady, go to your own." Little Piglo looks at Mark angrily and calls him a coward. Mark is puzzled why the little one is like that to him, and Piglo shouts again, Shut up, coward! The crowd roars, demanding Panon. What are you doing? Come out, coward! The arena explodes in flames. Panon faces a barrage of criticism. Lena gloomily states, expected, but the gap with third-level civilization is huge. Fiery Agni laughs. I haven't played hide-and-seek in a long time. Lena darkly wonders, do Earthlings really have no chance against such a monster? Memory. People in protective suits among the bodies of the fallen. A little girl in the same suit stands amid this horror. Lena in the present covers her face. I must not give in to weakness anymore. Mark is puzzled. What's wrong with her again? He notices her trembling. Are you okay? Lena brushes it off. It's nothing, don't worry. Suddenly, Panon bursts into the arena. No, wait, that's... Lena is shocked to recognize him. That's participant Panon! Panon breaks through the flames, aiming at Agni's blind spot. Agni receives a crushing blow right in the face. A powerful explosion from Panon's attack shakes the arena. Lena in shock. A desperate strike at the cost of life, and he hit. Mark and Lena can't believe their eyes. This will be a critical hit for Agni. They see that Agni cannot get up after such an attack. Mark tries to talk to Lena, but she irritably waves him off. Why do you keep calling me? I said I'm fine. Mark reports, it's not about that. They said something's wrong with the exhibit. They want you to check urgently. Lena is displeased. I asked you to double-check everything, right? Mark mumbles, strange, I'm sure I did. Mark grumbles. I knew something would go wrong as soon as you talked about vacation and got so happy. Mark continues to be puzzled. This is really strange. There shouldn't have been any problems. Lena smirks. Anyway, I saw everything I wanted. Mark is amazed by Panon's victory. You saw it too? I didn't believe he would defeat that monster. Lena is inspired. As expected, there are no invincible opponents. Suddenly, Lena looks up, puzzled. What is this wind? Scene changes. Planet GSP, Zone 3, Street Z, Planet Promotion Center. Mark and Lena are suddenly attacked by Pixie's thugs. Mark no longer sees one of them. Mark lies unconscious on the ground, his face covered in blood. Pixie's thug grabs Lena by the collar. She calls out in horror, Mark? Lena desperately shouts, Wake up, Mark! Pixie looks surprised. Pixie holding Lena laughs mockingly. What? Awake? You talk about him when you call Mark? Pixie mocks. Don't worry, we haven't killed him yet. Lena is furious. Lena shouts, You little bastard, are you getting revenge because I teased you? She threatens, This is Planet GSP, security will be here soon. Pixie's thug sneers, How dare such a lower civilization? He boasts, Most of the security systems here are ours, and I've already disabled them. Pixie pokes Lena in the face. Got it, little brat? He laments. The Galactic Federation isn't what it used to be, accepting such incompetent fools. Lena explodes with a scream. Shut up! She yells, We didn't want to join this useless federation either. Lena continues, But you yourselves broke into us. Lena recalls how they were forced to join the Federation. And because of the contagious disease they brought, even now billions of Earthlings are dying in agony. And that damn Federation claims non-interference but has never provided support. Pixie's thugs are stunned by her furious scream. Pixie mockingly laughs. You think the Federation is charity? He mocks. Contagious disease? Does a primitive civilization still struggle with that? Another Pixie adds, I thought such primitives only remained in museums. Oh, who's there? They turn to a new voice. I wonder which cult dared to bring me here. So it's you? A mysterious stranger smirks. Looks like Shaolin still has a reputation in the martial arts world. He looks around. But don't you think your interior has changed sharply? Just like a separate room in a big hotel. Lena, still captive, wonders, that language, could he be an Earthling? Pixie's thugs are puzzled. What are you babbling? Speak the common language, trash. Lena realizes they don't know Earth languages. The stranger is annoyed. What are you talking about? Not only the interior changed? Lena thinks, damn, he doesn't speak the common language. No, that's even better. Lena shouts at the stranger, Hey, you, go out and immediately notify security. She continues, These guys are trying to break Federation rules. But the stranger just frowns. Pixie suddenly attacks unconscious Mark, The stranger watches. What are these guys planning? Do they want to die? The stranger bursts out laughing. Ah ha 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 ha! Ah, got it. Now I understand everything. His hand begins to glow. Not everyone has changed yet, huh? Pixie looks puzzled at the stranger's glowing hand. What is that? The stranger destroys Pixie's thug with a single blow. Lena, still captive, covers her face in horror at what she sees. Only the legs remain of the Pixie who held Lena. She falls to the ground. The stranger grins. Hey, stop panicking. You do understand my words, right? Lena turns around, covered in blood and confusion. What? The muscular stranger looms over her. I have many questions, so if you think about running... His eyes glow red as he threatens, I will kill you on the spot. Lena, sitting among debris and bodies, asks, You have many questions for me? She looks at him in shock, but more importantly, how did you just... The stranger leans toward Lena, his hand reaching for her face. Hey, girl. He threatens over her. If you value your life, speak clearly. Lena recalls, Right, he doesn't know the common language. The thug demands an answer. First, explain where we are. Lena replies, This is an advertising building on Street Z. The stranger is puzzled, looking at the defeated Pixie. Wait, what? This isn't the Shaolin Monastery? Lena looks at him in horror as he reasons, The energy here is definitely different from Shaolin. She still can't recover, and he continues, And the atmosphere is too noisy for a temple of bald monks. So, who are you? Lena analyzes the situation. Your language, appearance, you're definitely an earthling, but you don't seem to have any special devices. She thoughtfully bites her finger, pondering, Then what was that explosion just now? The stranger suddenly grabs her by the collar, growling, Are you crazy? What are you mumbling? He pokes her in the face, demanding, I'm asking, who are you? Which organization do you belong to? Lena is confused. What do you mean, who am I? The stranger is surprised. No way, you don't know me? Lena replies, Of course not, how would I know you? She guesses, Are you some kind of celebrity? Ah. Lena screams in horror, Be behind you! A huge pixie swings. Pixie, enraged, How dare you, inferior creature? The stranger turns with annoyance. Ah, how persistent. Pixie's fist flies straight at the stranger's face. The stranger tenses, his body slightly glowing. What the hell? A powerful counterstrike, the stranger blocks Pixie's attack. The stranger looks at Pixie contemptuously. You're just big, useless lumps. A powerful headbutt sends Pixie's jaw flying. The stranger growls, his hand tense. Don't you train your inner energy at all? A glowing palm throws the giant Pixie across the room. Lena is completely shocked. He stopped that giant with one hand? The stranger irritably turns to Lena. Hey girl, you seriously don't know me? Lena excuses herself while Pixie lies defeated. Sorry, I'm rarely on Earth, mostly on other planets. The stranger is puzzled. Other planets? Earth? What are you even talking about? Lena tries to explain. Like I said, I have little time on Earth because of work. Suddenly, Mark comes to coughing up blood. Captain Lena! Mark regains consciousness, asking in shock, What the hell is going on? The stranger snorts. Where do these weaklings come from? Lena relieved. Ah, Mark, you woke up. Mark looks at the stranger, puzzled. Weaklings? Who is this guy? The stranger thinks, So you don't know me either. Mark asks, What? Is he some kind of celebrity? Lena uncertain. Seems like it or not. The stranger addresses Lena. Hey, I appreciate you saved me, but... He snarls threateningly. It will be hard to cooperate if you don't reveal your identity. Lena thinks, How dare he threaten me? The stranger tears off the rest of his clothes, showing his muscles. Fine, I'll personally tell you about myself. He proudly declares, I am the great demon Ma Jinwol, destroyer of 4 great sects. Lena and Mark look skeptical. Mark mutters to Lena, What childish antics and name, Captain. I think he's not right in the head. Lena thoughtfully snorts. Great demon Ma Jinwol. I don't understand what that means, but the name sounds unusual. This guy might be... Defeated Pixie shouts in rage. Damn! I lost to this trash! Mark panics, asking Lena, Pixie, why are they here? Because of what happened before. Pixie writhes, surrounded by sparks. Damn, if not for this suppressor. Mark looks at Lena in horror. Team leader, don't you think he's going to explode? Lena turns to the stranger. Hey, great demon Ma Jinwol. She asks him, do you think you can defeat him in this state? Mark shouts, what are you saying? Let's run. Ma Jinwol smirks. In this state? So he wasn't fighting at full strength? Lena confirms, he didn't even use half. The demon looks at them mockingly. You mean to say he gave in to me? Lena declares decisively, wait, let's extract information from him. Mark shouts at Lena in despair. No, what are you doing? You know what losing vigilance means. Lena looks determined, thinking, yes, I know, but I feel this could be a chance. Mark pulls her by the hand. What chance? Forget it, just run. Lena replies, no, I'll stay and watch the fight. Mark runs away in despair. Damn, everyone's gone crazy. I don't understand anything anymore. Lena stays behind. Lena thinks, looking aside. Maybe this is madness, as Mark said, but she looks at Ma Jinwol and Pixie. He clearly showed. Pixie stands with his back turned. Lena thinks that before such an unreasonable monster. Ma Jinwol smirks maliciously. Lena continues her thought. There is overwhelming superiority. Pixie radiates a dark aura. Ma Jinwol is ready for battle. Lena. The potential of a first-level civilization human from Earth. Pixie clenches his fist, surrounded by red energy. Lena. Although this is largely thanks to the suppressor with such a power level. Lena stands at a distance, the ground cracking beneath her. Of course there is a chance. Huh? Wait. Pixie roars, surrounded by lightning. To hell with the rules, I'll kill you. Lena realizes in horror. This Pixie without the power suppressor? Pixie's power grows as he gathers energy. Lena whispers, a race that freely controls metal. Ma Jinwol watches with anticipation. Wow, now this is interesting. Pixie delivers a crushing blow to him. The ground shatters into pieces. The giant gloats. Feel the difference between our civilizations and die, trash. The explosion leaves a huge crater. Lightning continues to flash. Ma Jinwol is severely wounded, pinned under debris, rebar sticking out of his leg. But the demon only smiles predatorily. This is too tempting. Pixie wastes no time preparing a new attack. A ball of energy flies toward the target. Pixie screams in horror. It can't be! Ma Jinwol looks up from below as Pixie's attack dissipates around him. The demon sneers maliciously. Hey, bald one! He declares to Pixie, surrounded by lightning, this power, I'll take it for myself. Pixie can't believe his eyes. What? He broke through my power? Shock reflects in his eye. Could this trash really be stronger than me even without the suppressor? Pixie grits his teeth, saliva dripping. No! What am I even thinking? The giant furiously delivers a new blow. The ground cracks. This can't be! Ma Jinwol laughs madly. That's how it should be. The demon sits on the defeated Pixie, pressing his head down. How dare such trash consider himself above me? Ma Jinwol, pinning Pixie to the ground, asks, what were you babbling all this time? Pixie desperately tries to push him away, letting out a furious scream. Sparks of anger envelop Pixie. What tricks did you pull, damn it? Ma Jinwol rises, surrounded by an aura of power and floating stones. The demon looks at his hands, crackling with energy with anticipation. So, that's how it's done? Pixie's face distorts with horror and disbelief. Could it be that he really... A dazzling flash occurs, marking a transformation. Lena watches what is happening with wide-open eyes. Oh my God. Pixie screams at the demon in powerless rage. You insignificant trash! Ma Jinwol masters new power while Pixie is in despair. How does he use the cosmic power of our civilization? Ma Jinwol examines his hand, crackling with energy. Ah, so this is what you call cosmic power? The demon clenches his fist, grinning maliciously. I really like this! Ma Jinwol, his hair flowing, promises, all right, as a token of gratitude, I'll show you my technique. Pixie, furious and surrounded by lightning, shouts, how dare you imitate us, trash? Ma Jinwoo lunges forward, declaring, "I'm not imitating." Pixie sees the incoming strike in horror, screaming, "You'll pay with your life for this! Ah!" The demon unleashes a devastating, fierce tiger fist on Pixie. Ma Jinwoo laughs maniacally, blood splattering. "I robbed you!" Lena realizes in shock. Could it be that he really won? She looks at the defeated Pixie, against a third-level civilization using cosmic power. Lena, slightly smiling, thinks, "This is madness." Ma Jinwoo looks at his hand crackling with energy. "What an interesting martial art, even thrilling." The demon turns to Lena. "Hey girl, lead me to those bald guys." Lena grabs his hand. "Just as expected. That's why you're here." She continues as the demon frowns. "The reason you infiltrated this planet. You want to prove your strength, right?" Lena, with a wild gleam in her eyes, offers, "I'll take you to even stronger guys. Become Earth's representative at the GSP tournament, Great Demon Ma Jinwoo." Mark, returned and stunned, whispers, "Is this serious?" Ah. He can't believe his ears, sweat running down his face. "I can't believe it, but..." The defeated Pixie, watching what is happening, thinks, "Judging by the situation, that madman is behind this, right?" Heavy boots of a new character step on the debris. Looks like the situation has changed a lot compared to what I heard. The new character, Judge Verdus from Planet GSP, arrives on the scene. Mark is nervous. "We shouldn't have brought him here." Verdus, looking around, suggests, looks like a third party got involved here, right?" The judge reasons, "Since Pixie of the third-level civilization is defeated, this must be the work of a higher civilization." Mark thinks with relief. "Thank God he didn't suspect a human. I'll manage to contact the leader." Verdus addresses Mark, surrounded by drones. "Human! What are you so worried about?" The judge looks at Mark insightfully. "No, you're clearly worried about something. You can't hide it from me." Mark stammers, trying to justify himself. "Ahaha, you can't fool me. I'm just worried if my kind are safe." Verdus sternly states, "They won't have peace. Apparently the criminal is extremely dangerous." The judge points forward. "But don't worry. The best GSP investigators are already reconstructing what happened." Verdus promises, "So soon we'll find out who did this." Mark sees technology recreating the past. Mark sees in horror a huge fragment falling on him. Damn. If I stay here... Verdus, with glowing fists, encourages Mark. "Don't despair, Earthling." Judge Verdus delivers a powerful upward strike, cutting through the air. A bright flash of energy destroys the falling debris above Mark's head. Mark is shaken, and Verdus vows, "I, Judge of Justice Verdus, will avenge your kind." A huge crater smokes, testifying to destructive power. Mark breathes heavily, realizing the danger. "This is very bad, isn't it, Leader Lena?" Flashback, 30 minutes ago, Lena explains the situation. "After that, I woke up here." Lena thoughtfully reflects. "The world of martial arts? Ceiling? What a romantic story." She continues analyzing. "So that's why he spoke in an unfamiliar language. Because of absorbing Pixie's power?" Lena is amazed. "I've never heard of cosmic power absorbing another's." She asks the demon, "So how did humanity lose these abilities?" Lena thoughtfully mutters, biting her finger, "Is it like lost technology?" Ma Jinwoo silently turns and leaves, leaving Lena puzzled. Lena panics and shouts after him, Wait, where are you going alone?" The demon, without turning back, replies, "Come to think of it, I don't need your help." Lena desperately reaches out, "Wait, I told you I'd take you there." Ma Jinwoo continues walking away. "I can find them myself." Lena runs after him, shouting, "Wait a minute! This is not the world you know!" The demon stops at a strange door. Well, not the world, you say? And this door is quite interesting." The demon looks ahead in surprise. "Then don't follow me, huh?" Ma Jinwoo sees a crowd of various aliens in front of him, murmuring something. He looks at them in confusion. "What kind of creatures are these?" Lena suddenly grabs his shoulder. "Ha, I told you." She seriously declares, "Welcome to the 26th century, man from the past." Shots of space show Earth ships flying among the stars. Lena explains, "This is the era of Earth's space exploration, the year 2600, while the demon looks around the futuristic city." She continues, pointing at the aliens. As you see, we have begun interacting with civilizations beyond Earth. The demon snorts. And what's so special about interacting with these strange creatures? Lena smirks and asks, if you rank them and humans by civilization level, where do you think humans would be? Ma Jinwol waves it off. No idea how many there are. How should I know? Lena reveals the harsh truth. There are about 20,000 civilizations in the universe, and we humans are at the very bottom. The demon mockingly clarifies, that bald guy I knocked down counts too? Are you all completely stupid? Lena explains, there is a 5-level hierarchy scale of civilizations in the universe. She continues, humans belong to the first, lowest level, and even at the very bottom of it. Ma Jinwol smirks, crossing his arms. Do you really care about that useless ranking? Lena lowers her gaze, thoughtfully repeating, useless? The demon grins and advises, if I were you, I'd focus on strength, not that. Lena looks at him resolutely. Then Ma Jinwol, she addresses the demon again. I officially repeat my offer. The demon looks at Lena skeptically. And what are you suddenly planning? Lena insightfully states, you want to meet and fight strong beings, right? She continues, touching his hand. Here on planet GSP, once every 100 years, a universal fighting tournament takes place. Lena shows images of formidable aliens. Fighters stronger than anyone participate there, and you will represent Earth. She passionately convinces, that way you can meet those strong beings you so crave. Ma Jinwol suspiciously clarifies, so, you're asking me to fight for you? Lena replies, a bit embarrassed, well, yes, but to meet strong opponents. The demon growls angrily, baring his fangs. Shut up! You think you can use me after a few words? Lena grits her teeth at his retort. Do I really seem as stupid to you as you are? She sighs but resolutely changes her tone. Sorry if it sounded like that. Then I'll change it to a request. Lena explains. If we perform well, humanity will rise to the next civilization level. The demon with red eyes smirks. Ah, so that's the importance of this empty ranking. Lena shouts in rage, her face twisted with anger. It's not empty! Ma Jinwol dismissively waves his hand. So what? Just moving up a couple of levels? Will your worthless essence change somehow? Lena defiantly looks at him. What if it does change? She resolutely declares, to move to the next step, you just need to achieve good results in this tournament. Lena reveals the essence. Civilization levels are determined by cosmo power, life energy measuring existence. An image of a blazing creature is shown, all powers surpassing common sense in the universe. A powerful alien creating energy is depicted, manifest only when someone can freely control this elusive energy. Ma Jinwol thoughtfully rubs his neck. Ah, got it, now it makes sense. Lena explains, you want to use this mysterious power, but you can only do so after advancing to the next level. The demon smirks. But you have no chance to win the tournament, and you want me to fight these monsters? Lena clarifies, it's not just about superpowers when a civilization develops. She continues, but also about enlightenment, knowledge that cannot be gained even in a lifetime. Ma Jinwol thoughtfully repeats, knowledge that cannot be gained in a lifetime. Lena nods, showing scientists of the past. Yes, knowledge accumulated by humanity until now. She continues against the backdrop of people in spacesuits, was considered the result of centuries of human effort. Lena shows a huge ship, but upon reaching the era of space exploration, we were shown the truth. She says, looking at a space station, what we thought was earned experience and effort was only... Lena reveals a shocking fact against the backdrop of a giant brain. A small part of the information transmitted by a huge brain at the edge of the universe. Lena clenches her fist, and there are those who control the knowledge of this giant, End Sapiens, the only 5th-level civilization. She angrily continues, and they are the masters of this damn tournament, distributing knowledge at their discretion. The demon grins, how boring. Lena listens tensely to his conclusion. In the end, as I said, you want to get what you want by making me fight, right? She desperately tries to reach him. Yes, but listen, what you must do is for all humanity. Ma Jinwol waves him off as he leaves. Instead of explanations, I advise you to find someone with the same convictions. He smirks as a golden glow appears behind him. I doubt there's a fool willing to risk their life for others. The demon smugly watches as the light behind him grows brighter. Suddenly, a giant armored figure appears, crushing something dark with shining energy. The helmeted being announces, "Execution of the sentence completed." The armored giant is surprised. I didn't think this was the work of such a low-level civilization. The executioner leisurely walks past the defeated enemy, leaving only dust behind. Lena trembles in horror, pointing at the approaching threat. The giant looms over Lena. "For complicity in the murder of a pixie resident, I will judge you." His hand bursts with energy, ready to bring punishment down on the girl. Suddenly, the demon groans, "Damn, that really hurts." His own power awakens. Ma Jinwol, wounded, shouts at the giant, "Hey, you skinny bastard!" Lena turns in shock. He's alive? The demon, enraged and shrouded in darkness, "Bastard, what the hell are you doing? You left me like this." The armored judge slowly turns his head at the unexpected challenge. Ma Jinwol, showing his mangled hand, growls at the giant, "Don't move or you'll end up like this." The scene changes. Planet GSP, Sector 3, Street C, life bustles among various aliens. The family of horned piglos, 2 adults and a child with a balloon, walk down a busy street. Little Mala from the Piglo race recalls excitedly, "Back then, the Earthling sister next to me helped me." Her older companions, Grog and Fist, agree. Earthlings are braver than rumors say, and they owe Lena. Suddenly, a fellow hooded being approaches them. "What are you so lively talking about without me?" Fist cautiously explains. Their little one almost got into trouble while caring for everyone. The girl Mala shouts joyfully, "Panon!" and rushes to the approaching being. Panon gently picks up and hugs the happy Mala. Holding the child, Panon carefully addresses the others. "You've been through a lot. Are you okay?" Panon, a representative of the Piglo, assures he is ready to fight and asks what the big trouble is. Suddenly, a powerful explosion shakes the street. The cloaked Piglos turn toward the flames. A panicked shout spreads. "Judge Verdus is on the street. Everyone evacuate." A voice from the crowd explains, he is chasing a human who killed a pixie resident and escaped. Panon's hand clenches into a fist. It seems he has realized something. Mala anxiously tugs Panon's clothes. He asks what happened. Panon looks attentively into the distance, his face showing confusion. Shouts ring out, "Everyone leave the building! It's collapsing!" And a collapse is visible. Among the rubble sits an exhausted Lena, horror frozen in her eyes. The scale of destruction grows. Lena looks tiny against the ruins. The demon, wounded but formidable, smirks. This is what happens when you recklessly blow up someone else's body. Columns of flame rise around him. The ground cracks beneath his feet. Ma Jinwoo looks with annoyance at the surviving enemy. Looks like you got out. The giant Judge Virtus unleashes a barrage of energy beams on the demon. Virtus's hand blazes as he demands an answer. "I couldn't believe seeing this on sight, so tell me." Judge Virtus from planet GSP sternly asks, "Did you really absorb the cosmo power of a pixie resident?" Virtus admits, "You wait seem more dangerous than I thought." The demon retorts with a sly grin. "Starting to regret messing with me?" His leg ignites with blue energy, preparing for a crushing blow. Ma Jinwoo unleashes the earth-shattering explosive strike on the enemy. The demon screams with a mad grin and blazing eyes, "Too late!" Lena watches the massive destruction as a voice calls for everyone to evacuate. Among the rubble, Lena thoughtfully utters, "Ma Jinwoo." Suddenly appearing, Panon shouts in rage, "What the hell are you doing?" Lena, horrified, covers her mouth with her hand, her eyes wide with shock. Panon grabs Lena, shouting, "Calm down, I'm here to save you," while someone calls him Brother Panon. Panon angrily asks Lena, "Why are you here? I told you to take Mala far away." Little Mala looks up, recognizing Panon, a representative of the Piglo race. Panon irritably hoists Lena onto his shoulder. "Damn, no one listens to me." Carrying Lena away, Panon shouts to someone, "Mala and Fist, don't worry and hurry up." Lena panics and shouts at Panon, "What are you going to do with me?" Panon resolutely replies, "I am here to repay your help with kindness." Behind them, a fellow rushes them on as Panon speeds away with Lena, who is bewildered by what is happening. Panon grimly adds, However, it is impossible to save your friend. The judges are monsters. Meanwhile, a swarm of ghostly figures with scarlet eyes attacks Judge Virtus. Virtus smirks, preparing an attack. So, Pixie has more than just their usual power? The judge releases a dazzling energy beam, sweeping away everything in its path. A powerful explosion rips through the city street, leaving destruction behind. Virtus stands amid the smoke, disdainfully remarking, "However, this is just a trick." Ma Jinwol, enveloped in a blue aura, counters, "I thought you would say that." Ma Jinwol, surrounded by a blue aura, challenges Judge Virtus, meeting his finger with his own. Virtus exclaims disdainfully, "No!" seeing Jinwol rushing at him. The judge unleashes a powerful golden beam, declaring, "It seems you really are a nobody." Meanwhile, Piglo forcibly drags Lena, who screams, "Let me go, alien bastards!" Lena desperately demands, "If you're going to save someone, save that guy, not me." Grog ignores Kulak, shouting, "What can we do against such a monster?" Kulak pleads with Grog, "Brother, let's stop this, he saved Malu." Grog, looking at the explosion, angrily replies, "How long will you cling to outdated beliefs?" Suddenly, a wall of fire appears before Piglo, forcing them to stop. Grog looks at the unexpected phenomenon in horror, muttering, What is that?" From the flames falls a charred figure. Grog recognizes him as the earthling he asked for help. Grog realizes, he fought Virtus, so... Piglo turn in horror. "Virtus must be coming here." One of the Piglo shouts to Grog, "Brother, we can't stay here. We have to run, even if we leave them behind." Lena thinks in horror, "At this rate, we'll end up like that too." The charred body of Ma Jinwol continues to fall, engulfed in flames. Lena looks at it with a kind of grim satisfaction. As expected. Suddenly, Panon shouts to the other Piglo, "Guys, stop! Take a good look at him!" The blazing figure lets out a furious roar. The flames around him flare even higher. Piglo watch in shock. "What is that? Is it alive? I can't believe it." Panon is amazed. He regenerates even in Virtus's flames. Could it be the Earthling's cosmo power? Virtus looks down skeptically. Regeneration? Too valuable a power for such a nobody. The judge orders Piglo, "By the way, Virtus, release the criminals and leave, Piglo." One of the Piglo whispers excitedly, "Did you hear? This is our chance!" Grog turns to Lena. "Earthling, do you think he will survive?" Panon shouts, "Brother!" Lena answers with grim confidence, "Yes, I've seen him get out of worse scrapes." Grog decisively states, "Then immediately drag him to the GSP registry. Once he becomes a fighter, he will be untouchable for Virtus." Panon desperately pleads, "Grog, brother, please don't." Grog rushes at Virtus. "I'll hold him off, you two go to the registry." Virtus clenches his fist, enraged. "Seriously, this stubborn fool!" Piglo carry away the blazing Jinwol while one of them shouts in despair, "Damn, I don't understand anything anymore, just don't die." Grog decisively declares, "Don't worry, with this victory we will obtain weapons to surprise him." Virtus, pointing his finger, hisses contemptuously, "Fools, do you really think you can escape from Virtus?" Grog shouts at the judge as he aims at the fleeing, "I heard, Virtus, before becoming a judge you were a Helicionian." Grog's hand is enveloped in darkness. He continues, "The weakness of Helicionians who wield the power of light is darkness." Grog's demonic palm pulses with sinister energy, and it so happens that today, Grog, transformed by darkness, challenges, "The cosmic power of our civilization seems to wield the power of darkness." The huge Grog, engulfed in a dark aura, roars, "This must be the ancestors' command to help the benefactor Malu." Meanwhile, Panon and Kulak reach the GSP tournament player registry, full of various creatures. Registry employee Karanos replies regretfully, "Sorry, but no matter how many times you say it." Lena angrily points her ID, "Stop apologizing, register me. I am a representative of Earth." Kiranos hesitates, looking at Jinwol. Even so, this person's condition. The blazing Jinwol shouts, "I'm fine, hurry, this is ultra regeneration." Other tournament participants turn at the noise. What is all this commotion? One of the aliens explains, "Looks like the Earthlings are trying to register, but they are not accepted." A malicious alien smirks, "Earthlings? This weak civilization is participating? Cuckoo." A crowd of dark figures laughs. "If we meet them, it will be an easy victory. We should help them register." Kyranos looks at them irritably. What's wrong with you? We have no time. Hurry up. Panon shouts at Kyranos while other aliens demand justice. All civilizations have the right to participate. Lena and Panon are surprised. The crowd of aliens unexpectedly sides with them. The crowd chants, register them, and Kyranos finally gives in. All right, I will process the registration. Lena smugly grins. Great, should have done this long ago. Lena immediately adds, sorry, let me clarify something. Kyranos asks, and where's the player who needs registration? Lena and Panon are puzzled. Huh? Lena panics, shouting, where did he go? Panon is also shocked. Meanwhile, on planet GSP, in the smoke and ruins of District 3, Streets G, Virtus thoughtfully says, I don't understand. The judge looks at Grog. What do you gain by saving them and risking your life? Virtus contemptuously concludes, I simply cannot understand the thoughts of lower civilizations. Grog boldly shouts up at Virtus, hey Lanky! Jinwol, enveloped in a blue aura, dives with a fist at Virtus. Virtus in armor prepares to block the attack, confident. Now you're definitely finished. The judge continues, I see. No wonder lower civilizations make such foolish decisions. Virtus tries to block, but Grog's dark energy binds his arm. Grog in demonic form roars, I have temporarily sealed his powers, Earthling. Strike with all your might. Jinwol with blazing eyes replies, whether my martial arts are insignificant or not. He delivers a crushing blow. You will decide when you take it. From Jinwol's strike, part of Virtus's armor flies to pieces. Meanwhile, before us is the Planetary Promotion Center of Zone 3, District Z. Worn-out Mark from Earth's promotion team mutters, it's not my fault. Mark laments, if leader Lena hadn't intervened, none of this would have happened. He raises his head, eyes filled with despair and sudden determination. Suddenly, a powerful explosion sounds in the distance. Someone shouts, run! Mark in horror. What's happening there, a terrorist attack or an accident? He looks at his communicator and realizes, this explosion, could it be? Meanwhile, Virtus, hit by a blow, struggles to keep his balance. Virtus's eye flashes ominously. This is no longer a joke. Jinwol, barely standing, smirks. You withstood my serious blow? Grinning with a mad gleam in his eyes, he declares, excellent, then I'll just take your power, big guy. Jinwol shouts in rage, I will not forgive you! Virtus, furious, how dare you scratch the mask granted by a deity? The judge, twisted by rage, roars, I will tear you to pieces, insect! Jinwol smirks, looking at Virtus's golden palm. Ha! So that's what you were after from the start? Jinwol deftly dodges the Shining Hand's attack, which crashes into the ground. Virtus lunges forward, but Jinwol evades again. This technique of shimmering steps, Jinwol with red eyes focuses, is troublesome. Jinwol delivers a swift strike, leaving a shining trail behind. Virtus, with blazing eyes, gathers a powerful energy charge in his hand. The judge releases a dazzling golden beam directly at Jinwol. A powerful explosion of golden energy shakes everything around. Mark, gasping, reports via communicator, We have arrived! As leader Lena said, he is here. Lena anxiously asks again, Are you sure about that? On the other end, Lena sighs with relief, and Panon is surprised by Jinwol's regeneration speed. Mark, looking at the smoking ruins, replies grimly, Well, I don't think it's time to relax. He continues, pointing to Virtus among the debris. He's here, but not exactly safe. Virtus, looking down, says, Honestly, this is surprising. He is amazed. Jinwol, nearly destroyed, is recovering again from the ashes. Virtus gathers energy in his fist. I don't know where a lower civilization gets such power, but his eyes blaze as he swings for a decisive strike. This is the end. Someone shouts in horror, trying to stop him. Well, wait, Virtus! Virtus prepares a crushing golden energy orb, his eyes burning red. Suddenly, Virtus turns, hearing, Kyranos? What's going on? Kyranos, a registration clerk, nervously reports, This Earthling. He is registered for the GSP tournament representing Earth. She exclaims in despair, What nonsense! He has been here all along! This is... Flashback 30 minutes earlier. The crowd demands registration. One alien is surprised. Various aliens, including Lena, chant in unison, Register them. Kyranos is under pressure, accused, Hey, racist, just register them already! The crowd doesn't relent. Such stubbornness won't work. Do it properly. Lena yells in Kiranos' face. What's so ridiculous about this? Racist! Kiranos, furious, loses patience. Ah, you! Get a grip already! Suddenly, a blue-skinned alien with glasses intervenes. Excuse me! He clarifies. Isn't there a pre-registration system if a participant cannot be present? The crowd perks up. Exactly, I've heard about that too. That exists? Why didn't I know? Kiranos snorts irritably. Of course you don't know. It's not for lower civilizations. Suddenly, Kiranos thinks it over and gets an idea. Wait, if I use this, it might work. She decisively declares, all right, understood. Kiranos forcefully throws a stack of papers on the table. She hands over the documents. If you fill this out by hand and give it to me, I'll register you. Lena looks horrified at the pile of papers, and Kiranos adds, Can't do it. Go home. Lena's horned ally shouts in rage, looking at the documents. Wait! What is this? Lena's horned ally peers at the document. This isn't a common language. It's the language of a higher civilization. Kiranos sneers mockingly. How am I supposed to understand these scribbles? Don't know? What a pity. Lena's ally, furious. Of course I don't know. Give me a form in the common language. Kiranos refuses. Kiranos explains with a sly smile. The system is designed for the convenience of higher civilizations. She continues, looking at the enraged ally. So it is written in a language familiar to them. The crowd begins to doubt. Why rush the registration? Just bring the participant. Suddenly, someone confidently starts filling in alien symbols on the form. One of the aliens turns around, surprised by the sound. What's that rustling? Lena, frowning and sweating with concentration, carefully writes symbols on the paper. The horned ally and Kiranos are in complete shock. Well, what? You know this language? Kiranos, horrified, cannot believe her eyes. It can't be! She mutters, looking at Lena. This can't be. They're bluffing. Kiranos studies the completed form. A lower civilization cannot know this language. She stares at Lena in astonishment. How can a lower race like you read and write it? Kiranos ponders. Even an earthling struggles to distinguish the symbols. It's impossible. A snow-white alien suggests, so someone is secretly helping them, right? Kiranos hesitates, looking at Lena and the crowd. Maybe someone helped, but still. Lena furiously continues writing, her face distorted with tension. Kiranos is amazed by the difficulty, but admits, help is not forbidden. Registration cannot be cancelled. Virtus on the battlefield hears Kiranos. Maybe better to stop registration for now? He replies, all right, I'll think about it. Virtus thinks, first they have someone willing to risk their life for their benefactor. He continues, looking at the nearly destroyed Jinwol, and now also a helper who secretly taught them the language of higher civilizations. Virtus clenches his blazing fist, as if the whole universe is begging to save this guy. He decides, fine, this time I will yield, but it seems I will have to somehow limit your little trick. Mark reports to Lena via communicator, T-Team leader, watching Virtus disappear in golden light. Mark, wiping sweat, reports, the judge took Ma Jinwol and some scoundrel and vanished. Lena and her horned ally shout in shock. Vanished? Lena adds, did you just call my brother a scoundrel, pup? Kiranos, covering her mouth with her hand, asks them to stop reacting so wildly. She explains, resting her cheek on her hand. They were simply moved to the participants' recovery room. Kiranos, looking at the majestic building, says, why such a sudden, informal tone? But, thanks. Now, get out of here. A week later, recovery room. Lena by Jinwol's capsule. Ma Jinwol unconscious, covered in bandages and tubes, barely breathing. Mark doubts. Will he be able to fight? Lena desperately believes in his recovery. Your promises are empty. Mark looks reproachfully. Lena loses composure. Commander Clarice Ive enters with guards. I think he's barely breathing. Ive coldly addresses Lena. I trusted you too much, team leader. Another fighter will perform in 2 days, Ive decides. Lena begs for a chance. Suddenly, Ive's guard shouts at Lena, stop listening to that deceiver, and rushes forward. The red-armored fighter attacks in a furious leap. He lands, forcefully pinning Mark to the floor before Lena. The fighter grins maliciously. Just trust me. He declares, Trust the strongest man on Earth, Marcel Blade, the new representative. Lena desperately pounds on the capsule. Wake up! Ma Jinwol, wake up! Commander Ive places a hand on her shoulder. Don't worry too much. Ive explains to Lena, Marcel is the strongest Earthling. I personally chose him. The commander continues, and his suit is the pinnacle of human knowledge. After this fight, we will no longer be underestimated.
To be continued.